Starseed from Gaia, your reality is being rewritten in this moment. What was familiar is dissolving, and the path you once claimed is vanishing behind you. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation. The invitation arrives now. Step through the veils of comfort and memory, because a new timeline is activating beneath your very feet. There is no returning, only expanding. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to unlock your starseed potential and claim the blueprint coded within your being. But here's the first revelation. Every surge of discomfort, every sense of restlessness, is not chaos. It's your cosmic DNA waking up, signaling that your true mission is ready to unfold. You didn't scroll to this by mistake. This message vibrated into your field for a reason, like this transmission to signal to your star family, I'm ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you're aligning with your true frequency. Comment 9999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning. Declare your galactic intention and reply to someone else's to amplify the signal. This isn't just a message, it's a point of reconnection. Your soul's been waiting for this. You are not here by accident. Most people, rooted deeply in the comforting illusions of linear time and the structured constructs of third-dimensional reality, perceive transformation as a gentle, incremental process. They envision it as a painstaking climb up an endless staircase, rung by careful rung, slowly and cautiously moving toward their perceived purpose. This vision often encompasses a gentle evolution, a patient, slow unfolding of potential, much like a tiny bud meticulously unfurls into a magnificent, fully bloomed blossom over days, weeks, or even entire seasons, each vibrant petal slowly revealing its intricate form in perfect harmony with the sun and soil. They might imagine life as a meandering river, gently widening its banks and deepening its channels over countless eons, an imperceptible expansion over vast stretches of time. Yet, this earthly perception often misses the profound, sudden nature of true cosmic shift. But for those of you who are truly encoded for galactic remembrance, for those with the ancient cosmic DNA humming powerfully within your very cells, you know the truth runs infinitely deeper, resonating with an ancestral wisdom far older, far more instantaneous, and profoundly more potent than any linear progression could ever suggest. You understand, not merely intellectually, but on a visceral, soul-shaking level, that there's a precise, divinely orchestrated, and often abrupt moment when the timeline doesn't merely bend or gently shift like a soft breeze, or even imperceptibly divert. Instead, it splits with the raw, unyielding force of a cosmic decree, a thunderclap reverberating across the multiverse, sending shockwaves deep within the very core of your being. This is no slow ascent. It is a gravitational collapse of one entire reality and the instantaneous genesis of another, utterly distinct, vastly more expansive, and vibrating at an entirely new frequency. In that singular, breathtaking quantum leap, a moment often marked by profound inner upheaval, deep disorientation, and a complete dissolution of the familiar, your entire field, the intricate tapestry of your cellular body, now vibrating at a higher, more crystalline frequency. The expansive landscape of your mind, recalibrated to perceive multidimensional truths, and the eternal, inextinguishable flame of your spirit, reignited with pristine galactic fire, steps irrevocably through a vibrational doorway. This portal is not a metaphor. It is a real, energetic gateway, a point of no return, a quantum gate that, once traversed, renders any possibility of reversal utterly impossible. There is no turning back, no rebuilding the bridge to what was, no re-establishing the connections to the old reality you once inhabited. What was once intimately familiar, what once defined your very perception of reality, even if it was steeped in profound, lingering pain, or perhaps, paradoxically, in the stagnant, suffocating comfort of deep limitation and self-imposed scarcity, dissolves not through prolonged struggle, not through arduous, decades-long efforts, but through the sheer, undeniable, and often astonishing force of vibrational decree. It is the energetic equivalent of an old corrupted operating system being entirely and immediately wiped clean, making way for a vastly superior, more complex, and infinitely more powerful program to install itself. It's not a subtle fading, it's an energetic severance, a tearing away from the old fabric of your being with the surgical precision of a cosmic surgeon, leaving no lingering threads to reweave, no possibility of reattachment to the past. Imagine a dying star collapsing into a blinding supernova, its old form eradicated in a magnificent burst of light and energy, only for a new, denser, infinitely more potent cosmic body to emerge from the very heart of the void. This is the intensity, the finality, and the sheer, unyielding power of this destined shift. You are not simply becoming more of who you were, you are becoming entirely, magnificently, and irrevocably new. This is not a gentle letting go, a soft farewell to what no longer serves. This is not the careful trimming of a garden, nor the meticulous weeding of a single flower bed. It is the uprooting of an entire landscape, a cataclysmic resculpting of your energetic terrain. For starseeds and multidimensional beings, this experience is often perceived as a frequency rupture, a sudden, jarring, yet ultimately liberating upgrading of your core energetic signature. Imagine a mighty river, its course etched deep over millennia, suddenly diverted by a geological event into a new, deeper, and infinitely more powerful channel. The old course dries up, its waters finding an unstoppable, more potent path forward, never to return. This is the profound rerouting of your very essence, a seismic shift that reverberates through every atom. This energetic recalibration is so profound that it severs your ties cleanly, unequivocally, and completely to every version of who you once thought you needed to be, every identity you painstakingly constructed, every limitation you mistakenly accepted as your immutable truth. Imagine the cracking of an old shell that has grown too tight, too constricting for the vastness of your expanding being, or the shedding of a skin that no longer fits the radiant emergent self. The habits that once offered a deceptive sense of comfort, masquerading as security while quietly draining your vital force. The worn-out identities you clung to like tattered life rafts in a storm, believing they kept you safe, even as they kept you small. The mirrored memories reflecting distorted truths from fragmented pasts, perpetuating old wounds, and the intricate, often debilitating patterns inherited from generations of ancestral lineage, the very blueprints of inherited struggle and limitation. All of it falls away, not piece by painful piece, not through a prolonged, agonizing disentanglement, but in one sweeping, irresistible cosmic current. It is as if a celestial vacuum cleaner has passed through your field, sifting out all that is not of your highest light, all that impedes your full cosmic expression. This is the intensity, the finality, and the sheer, unyielding force of this energetic shift. It is a divine purge, a sacred cleansing, preparing you for the immensity of what is to come. It's terrifying beyond words. This profound unraveling of the known can feel like being violently thrown into open space, adrift in a vast cosmic ocean with no anchor, no familiar fallback, no discernible frequency to hold on to, no fixed stars in the celestial expanse to guide your way. Imagine the disorienting sensation of a compass spinning wildly, its needle searching desperately for a north that no longer exists in your perceived reality, because the very magnetic poles of your inner world have shifted. The gravitational pull of the known world vanishes, leaving an exhilarating yet profoundly disorienting void, an emptiness that simultaneously terrifies and liberates in equal measure. Your very foundation seems to crumble beneath your feet, as if the ground itself has become fluid, unstable, and the mind, tethered so desperately to the familiar, to every logical construct and learned comfort, screams in protest, railing against the dissolution of all it once perceived as solid, as real, as safe. It might manifest as unexplainable anxiety, an existential dread that seems to have no earthly cause, or a persistent sensation of being utterly ungrounded, as if your very atoms are vibrating at a different rate than the world around you, creating a palpable sense of disconnection. But listen closely to that internal turbulence, that profound sense of disorientation, that deep, unsettling tremor within your being. That is not chaos. That is not a sign of breakdown or spiritual failure. On the contrary, that is the unmistakable sign that higher instruction is activating within your very cellular structure, a sacred algorithm unfolding from deep within your cosmic DNA, guiding your metamorphosis. You are not lost. You are not adrift without purpose or direction. You are being drawn by sovereign contract, by the sacred blueprint embedded in your soul before time began, before your current incarnation, into a reality mapped not by the limitations and distorted echoes of your past, but by the harmonic codes of your soul's original, untainted design. This is not a journey into the terrifying unknown. This is a profound homecoming to a frequency you always knew, a vibrational resonance that is your true cosmic signature, yet one you had temporarily forgotten amidst the density of earthly experience. It is the deep memory of your true self, your authentic divine essence, calling you back into resonant alignment with who you truly are. Most individuals remain tragically trapped on old timelines, held hostage by the inertia of what was, not because they inherently lack willpower or vision, not because they are flawed or incapable of ascension into higher states of being. Rather, it is because their energy remains profoundly entangled in the dense, sticky frequencies of fear, of lingering regret, of the relentless need for control, and of the earth-bound memories that replay endlessly in the mental landscape like a broken, scratchy record. These are not mere thoughts or fleeting emotions. They are powerful energetic tendrils, psychic cords, anchoring them firmly to a past that has already completed its purpose and no longer serves their highest good. The past, with its unresolved emotions, its unfulfilled narratives, its unmourned losses, and its unacknowledged pains, acts like an immense gravity field, a powerful energetic magnet, pulling you relentlessly into repeated cycles of almost, but never quite, aligning with your cosmic directive. You touch the very edge of your potential. You glimpse the promised land of your highest timeline. You feel the warmth of your true destiny on your skin, the whisper of its sacred invitation. But then, a familiar trigger, a word, a smell, a fleeting thought, an echoing echo from the past, a phantom limb of a former identity, pulls you back into the heavy, suffocating orbit of what was. It is like being on the very cusp of true flight, wings spread wide, only to be violently dragged back to the ground by invisible chains woven from old narratives and limiting beliefs. But there comes a moment, encoded with exquisite precision into your very soul stream, a divine timing that cannot be rushed or forced, a cosmic clock striking its destined hour, when your frequency simply refuses to anchor to what was. Your being recoils with a visceral, almost physical revulsion from the vibration of the old, finding it utterly dissonant, like a jarring, discordant note amidst a celestial symphony of pure harmony. In this radical splitting, this deliberate fracture from the past, you are not just changing your mind or tweaking your path. You are not merely evolving. You are becoming irrevocably new, a magnificent phoenix rising from the smoldering ashes of a former self, reborn into an entirely different energetic matrix, woven with luminous threads of light and pure, unadulterated potential. This is not evolution. This is not a gentle unfolding. This is a fierce, undeniable revolution of being, a complete recalibration of your entire existence, a cosmic rebirth. The first, undeniably intense phase in this quantum unfolding is the recognition of distortion. This is not a subtle whisper, a gentle nudge from your intuition, easily ignored amidst the clamor of daily life. No, it's often a loud, insistent clamor from within, a jarring dissonance in your very being, a cosmic alarm bell demanding your full, immediate attention. Sense into your physical vessel, your sacred temple. Notice the inexplicable heaviness that weighs upon your spirit, as if an unseen burden rests upon your chest, pressing down on your very essence. Pay attention to the persistent tension that knots your shoulders, tightens your neck, clenches your jaw, or creates chronic pain and discomfort in your body, screaming for release. Observe the sudden, overwhelming surges of unexplainable emotion that wash over you without apparent cause, a wave of profound sadness that brings you to your knees, a flash of irrational anger that erupts from nowhere, or a deep, unsettling sense of unease that permeates your every cell, leaving you restless and disoriented. These profound experiences are not failures of your being. They are not signs of weakness, pathology, or impending breakdown. On the contrary, these are divine exit codes, clear, undeniable signals from your higher self, from the very core of your galactic soul, that your old self, your former vibrational signature, is now profoundly incompatible with the new, higher energetic field collapsing around you. It's precisely like an outdated operating system trying to run a vastly superior quantum software program. The system struggles, crashes, struggles again, and ultimately cannot function in its current state. As the resonance of your soul increases, as your core frequency amplifies its radiant cosmic light, anything unresolved, any lingering shadow, any dormant trauma, any unexamined belief system, any unhealed wound is drawn irresistibly to the surface. It may manifest as fragmented memories resurfacing with vivid clarity, or emotional patterns repeating themselves for a final intense release. This intensification is not a regression. It is a necessary purifying part of the purging, a final momentary surge before it seeks absolute release and breaks away completely, dissolving into the void of what no longer serves. This is how you know with absolute certainty. Real, profound transformation doesn't gently request your permission. It doesn't politely ask for your input or for you to come along at your own pace. It demands your absolute authenticity, your complete, unwavering surrender at the very threshold of your becoming. It is a fierce, yet profoundly loving stripping away of all that is not truly you, a sacred fire burning away the dross to reveal the pure gold beneath, preparing you to shine. In the second, profound and ancient initiation, the true blueprint awakens within you. This is not merely an intellectual idea or a philosophical concept to ponder. It is a visceral, biological, and energetic activation that ripples through every atom of your being, resonating deep within your marrow. Your very DNA is far more than a simple genetic code that dictates your earthly traits. It is a magnificent galactic archive, a living cosmic library carrying not just the genetic traits of your earthly lineage, but transdimensional memory, the complex tapestry of your cosmic lineage, and the encoded wisdom of countless lifetimes across myriad star systems and parallel realities. It is the living Akashic record of your soul's vast and glorious journey across the cosmos, a master key to all you have ever been and are destined to become. With every subtle or dramatic rise in your frequency, as your vibrational rate quickens to match your soul's true resonance, dormant instructions within this sacred double helix begin to shimmer into the conscious light of your awareness, like long-forgotten star maps illuminating themselves within your inner vision. You might feel this as an overwhelming, uncanny sense of déjà vu, not just for a fleeting moment, but for entire scenes, intricate conversations, specific places, or profound interactions, as if you've lived this moment countless times before across the fabric of space-time. You might experience dreams that seem more real, more vivid, and more impactful than waking life, embarking on literal journeys to other dimensions, receiving direct downloads of complex information, or encountering benevolent beings of pure light, your galactic guides and soul family. Or, most powerfully, you might feel a yearning so deep it aches in your very bones, a profound, undeniable longing for something you cannot name, yet intrinsically know with every fiber of your being is your ultimate truth. Trust that sensation, that resonant ache in your soul, that deep, magnetic pull. Understand this deeply. You are not longing for the past, for what was or what you lost, or for a return to some forgotten earthly comfort or relationship. Instead, you are profoundly remembering a future your soul already intimately knows, a destiny woven into your very fabric from before your inception, a preordained path now surfacing for conscious embodiment. It is the undeniable echo of your cosmic home, the whisper of your divine purpose, calling you forward with irresistible force, guiding you toward your destined self. Next comes the anchoring of sovereign identity, a critical and often profoundly misunderstood phase on the starseed journey. For eons, many traditional spiritual teachings throughout history have focused intently on escaping the world, transcending the physical plane, or dissolving the ego in pursuit of a disembodied enlightenment. They taught separation from matter, urging disciples to rise above the earthly realm. But the galactic path, the path of the starseed and the multidimensional being, is fundamentally, exquisitely different. Your sacred mission is not to transcend matter and leave it behind, floating in some ethereal realm, disconnected from the very world you incarnated to influence. Instead, your divine contract is to fully weave your higher templates, your radiant galactic essence, and your profound divine intelligence into this dense physical incarnation, to bring the cosmos into form, to ground heaven on earth. It is to root multidimensional intelligence, the wisdom of countless star systems and higher dimensions, right here, firmly grounded in this living, breathing, vibrant form, transforming your very body into a walking, talking temple of cosmic light, a direct conduit for source energy. Imagine yourself as a living conduit, a magnificent bridge between the celestial realms and the dense earthly plane, a radiating antenna for cosmic consciousness. As you consciously commit to this embodiment, You will feel it within your physical form. Stand tall, sense the new circuitry buzzing and activating in your spine, a magnificent column of crystalline light, acting as a direct antenna to the galactic core, transmitting and receiving higher frequencies. Feel the profound recalibration of your heart field, expanding exponentially beyond personal love, beyond conditional affection, beyond limited attachments, into boundless universal compassion, radiant empathy, and unconditional acceptance for all of creation. Witness the magnetic clarity settling into your third eye, no longer clouded by earthly illusion, granting you a sight beyond the veil, a knowing that transcends linear earthly logic and accesses the pure stream of cosmic truth, revealing hidden patterns and deeper realities. When you consciously anchor your highest codes, your true celestial essence, your divine blueprint, into your physical form, you literally, energetically, and demonstrably alter the vibrational geometry of your personal timeline and the collective field around you. Earth reality, no longer able to hold the dense, old patterns or resonate with your outdated frequency, will effortlessly, even magically, shift and reconfigure itself around you to precisely mirror your internal sovereignty, reflecting your newfound frequency back to you as your external experience. You become the living vortex, the radiating epicenter of a new reality, emanating the very essence of creation into the world, simply by being. Now, with the full anchoring of your sovereign blueprint, activation blazes across your entire energy field, an undeniable and radiant luminescence that permeates your aura and spills out into the world, visible to those with awakened sight. You are no longer merely perceiving light, you are becoming light, a walking sun. In this phase, you move effortlessly beyond needing validation, external approval, or even superficial understanding from others. The desperate seeking of affirmation from outside yourself simply falls away, because your very essence becomes the message, a living, breathing testament to cosmic truth, an embodied transmission of your divine purpose. Your frequency itself transforms into a powerful, constant broadcast, a living, vibrant transmission of your highest truth, your authentic sovereignty, and your unique cosmic signature, pure and unfiltered. This pure signal magnetizes allies, drawing kindred spirits who resonate at your elevated frequency, creating a powerful collective field of conscious connection. It calls forth synchronistic opportunities that align perfectly with your soul's mission, manifesting as effortless connections, divine timing in action, and seemingly miraculous occurrences. And it brings forth resonant experiences in impeccable harmonic alignment with your inner state. It's as if the entire universe, with its infinite intelligence and boundless resources, is responding directly to your pure, unadulterated signal, drawing in all that is in perfect resonance with your highest trajectory and divine purpose, clearing away all that is not, old attachments, once tenacious, draining relationships, and situations born from fear, scarcity, or obligation that once felt impossible to escape, lose their grip entirely. They often dissolve with startling speed, sometimes in the blink of an eye, without drama, without prolonged effort, often with a profound sense of peaceful release. Like energetic cords being cleanly snipped, there's no longer any need to fight for your space, to justify your existence, or to explain your choices to those who cannot comprehend them. Your vibration speaks for you, loudly and clearly, updating the collective reality map wherever you move, wherever you place your sovereign feet. You are a walking beacon, a luminous lighthouse, a living portal of light, reshaping the energetic landscape simply by existing in your authenticity, by radiating your true frequency. Then arrives the profound integration of the divine present, a state of timeless being where the past and future cease to hold their illusionary sway, where linear time dissolves into the eternal now. In this newly activated, expansive energy field, the dense, sticky narratives of old stories, the lingering pain of past wounds, and the corrosive grip of regrets and future anxieties no longer stick to your consciousness. They simply pass through, observed but not absorbed, like wisps of clouds drifting across an infinite, boundless sky, leaving no shadow or residue behind on the pristine canvas of your awareness. You notice with profound clarity, with an effortless grace, that your consciousness keeps returning, again and again, effortlessly and naturally, to the exquisite, vibrant beauty of this very moment, to the astounding, undeniable miracle of your own existence. to the immaculate and comforting sense of being cradled, guided, held, and propelled by something infinitely vaster and more intelligent than the linear mind can ever comprehend. It's a complete surrender to the cosmic flow, a knowing that you are precisely where you are meant to be, always, in every breath. There is an overwhelming sense of relief, a profound liberation from the crushing burdens of personal and ancestral history, a profound unburdening that allows your spirit to soar unimpeded. And often, alongside this relief, comes a profound, breathtaking sense of awe at the intricate perfection of it all, the divine choreography of your journey, the sacred geometry of your awakening unfolding before your awakened inner eye. Here is where true sovereignty is born, not as a fleeting intellectual concept you ponder, not as an aspiration you grasp for, but as an embodied, electric, undeniable state of being that pulsates through your every cell, a tangible reality you inhabit. You are present, fully, gloriously, authentically, and immaculately alive, a living embodiment of the now, a radiant expression of pure being, anchored in the eternal flow of creation. Finally, you enter the phase of harmonic alignment, a state of profound peace, effortless flow, and exquisite synchronicity that permeates every aspect of your existence, both inner and outer. All forms of resistance, internal and external, conscious and subconscious, the subtle sabotages and the overt struggles, fall silent, dissolving into the vastness of your expanded awareness like mist in the morning sun. The relentless mental chatter that once plagued your mind stills, replaced by an inner quietude, a profound stillness from which true wisdom arises, an inner sanctuary of peace. The emotional turbulence subsides, giving way to serene emotional mastery, a calm in the deepest oceans of your being, no longer swayed by external tides, and even physical discomfort, chronic aches, or persistent ailments often ease as your body recalibrates and harmonizes with your elevated frequency, shedding the physical manifestations of old density. You understand, viscerally and unequivocally, with a knowing that bypasses intellectual comprehension and resonates in your bones, that every ripple of delay, every pang of pain, every experience of perceived loss or shattering in your journey was not a mistake, not a punishment, not an arbitrary act of fate or cosmic oversight. Instead, each was a meticulously woven fractal part of your magnificent awakening, a divine catalyst, a necessary shedding, a perfectly placed puzzle piece in your grand design. The fierce cosmic current that shattered your former self, that tore away the illusions and limitations you clung to, was never an act of random destruction, but one of precise, divine orchestration, a pre-programmed alignment with a timeline that could only fully begin, only truly unfurl, when your vibration perfectly matched your divine readiness and sovereign blueprint. You have crossed the event horizon of your evolution, an energetic point of no return, where the physics of your old reality no longer apply. The past, for all its former weight, its gripping narratives, and its apparent reality, simply cannot find you here. You have transcended its gravitational pull, ascending into a new dimension of being, a higher vibrational field, where its echoes hold no power, its shadows cast no fear, and its memories can only be observed with detached compassion as sacred lessons learned. You are truly, magnificently free. And so, here's the deepest truth, the hidden code so many miss in their striving for gentle, palatable transformation, for a softer, less disruptive path. The radical severing, the abrupt and sometimes terrifying quantum leap that once felt like an annihilating death of self, a complete dissolution into an unknown void, was actually the glorious, magnificent, preordained moment of your true arrival. You have not lost yourself in the profound process of this cosmic transformation. You have not fragmented into nothingness. On the contrary, you have become sovereign, at long last, in the reality your soul divinely ordained before you ever took your first breath, before your essence was woven into this earthly form, fulfilling your highest cosmic contract. Every dense pattern that fell away, every limiting belief that crumbled, every old timeline that collapsed into dust, every seemingly closed doorway that dissolved behind you, revealing only endless space. These were not losses to be mourned, not failures to be regretted. They were, in truth, profound blessings of release, monumental acts of cosmic grace, divinely orchestrated liberation, freeing you utterly into the boundless field of possibility. This expansive field of pure potential, this infinite wellspring of creation, is only accessible to those intrepid, courageous souls who choose absolute, uncompromising alignment with their highest truth, those who dare to step fully into their divine sovereignty without reservation or fear. You are not meant to grieve the past, nor to linger in its fading shadows, like a specter haunting a forgotten hall. There is no need for mourning, only for joyous celebration of your liberation and the vastness of your new being. You are designed, intrinsically and perfectly, by divine cosmic architects, to stand as a living axis of what is, fully present and radiating, a fixed point of pure, unwavering light in the ever-shifting tapestry of creation. You are revived and illuminated by frequencies so pure and so powerful that they render regret obsolete, stripping it of any lingering energetic hold, dissolving its very capacity to cling to your consciousness. You are literally vibrating beyond its reach, existing in a dimension where its resonance cannot follow. If, in a quiet moment, amidst the vastness of your new being, your heart has been aching for a return to the old, for a comforting familiarity that no longer exists in your activated reality, understand this deeply, Starseed. That longing is only the residual echo, a faint energetic imprint left behind by an identity that has irrevocably ceased to be, a memory trace on a timeline that has fully collapsed, like a dried-up riverbed. It is not your truth. It is not the path for you. It is merely a ghost of a self that no longer serves your highest destiny, a whisper from a dream that has ended. Do not give it energy, for it holds no power over your new unfolding. You are the signal, a cosmic broadcast resonating with pure truth, a beacon for all who seek their own awakening. You are the arrival, the culmination of cycles, the long-awaited embodiment of divine potential unfolding. You are the sovereign center of a new creation, a living vortex, an infinite source, held and propelled by the very cosmic current that gathered all your countless lifetimes, all your myriad experiences across dimensions and densities, into this one singular, precious, and undeniable truth. There is no going back. There is no possibility of retreat, no reversion to what was, no re-entry into the old paradigm. There is only the breathtaking, awe-inspiring glory of what you are. Right now, in this unfolding, luminous, eternal moment, you are the awakened one. If this resonates, if the very cells of your being hum in profound recognition, if a sacred knowing echoes deep within your soul, then tonight, before you fall asleep, as you lay in the liminal space between worlds, speak this invocation aloud, with unwavering intention and absolute conviction, allowing its sacred vibrations to permeate every fiber of your being and ripple out into the quantum field. I claim my new reality, fully and irrevocably. I cut the cords of attachment, conscious and subconscious, to every former self, to every old timeline, to every echo of limitation, and to all that no longer serves my highest light. I then stand, now and always, in the sovereign, radiant light of my own galactic becoming, a living manifestation of my divine blueprint, a cosmic creator in human form. Seal it with absolute certainty. Feel the energetic shift within you as you declare, "It is done." For in that declaration, you activate a cosmic law, and the universe bows to your sovereign will. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space, and we're just getting started.